Dear organizers, dear participants, first of all, I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to be here and to share my thoughts about Ukrainian women and their role in pet rescue. Before talking about Ukrainian women, ecocide resistance, and animal rescue in the context of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, I would like to recall a few stories from last spring. The first story is known to everyone in Ukraine. Back then, we had two symbols of the resistance. Kitchen shelf from a destroyed city of Borodyanka and a 10-year-old cat named Gloria from the same city. She survived on the second floor of a bombed out house, survived being alone for 2 months. Her owner went to visit her parents and she could not be able to return just because of continuous bombing. Miraculously, the cat survived and was spotted and rescued. The other story is more simple and, of course, not so well known. This is the story of my friend Yaroslava Stasishina, the owner of Kharkiv kennel of black terriers Zislavnoho Domu. Her apartment was directly damaged by bombing, and in the apartment, in addition to a woman herself, there were 4 black terriers and puppies, 1-month-old puppies, also 4. Yaroslava managed to throw the puppies in the corridor near the elevator, herself already flying because of explosion. And I really don't know how our other friend, Kateryna Karpenko, now she is a militarian, who arrived there under the bombing to help, how she managed to put all of them in her small car and drove them out. They didn't take pictures back then, only this one after the rescue, somewhere near Dnipro city, with a note, everyone is alive, fourth dog Bula is feeding her puppies and Slava is in the car with them. Oh, okay, you see, each dog is around 50-60 kilos, so we have 4 adults, 4 puppies, and 2 women. Only one small car. Well, how many such stories have there been, and how many of them continue now, as the war continues, and people and animals still need rescuing? And the driving force behind many of these stories are women. Of course, you know that since the Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the multifaceted roles of Ukrainian women have emerged more prominently against the backdrop of war and ecocide. The rapid militarization and urgency of war situation have blurred conventional gender roles, with women stepping up to ensure the defense of Ukraine. And reports from UN Women and Care International show that 90% of temporarily displaced persons who are adults are also women, and these women become the only caregivers of their families, spanning the elderlies, children and pets, juggling the responsibilities of economic support and navigating all the uncertainties of displacement. And last but not least, their dominance in both military and civilian volunteer movement is undeniable. Many women have been at the forefront of rescuing pets from the devastation of Russian aggression and the broader ecocide-induced environmental catastrophe. In the context where women confront an extreme culture of violence impacting both them and nature, the narratives of obscured women histories can no longer be sidelined. My research seeks to amplify the voices of these women. We will start with a brief definition of ecocide, but of course I refer to the previous deep speakers. The ecocide law expert Polly Higgins, in her book Eradication Ecocide, Law and Governance to Stop the Destruction of the Planet, defined ecocide is broadly characterized as an extensive damage to destruction of or loss of ecosystems in a particular geographical area to extent that the peaceful enjoyment by its inhabitants is severely diminished. This concept underscores not merely the physical annihilation of the environment, but also the resultant disruption of social, economic, and cultural systems dependent on it. Environmental and human security are inextricably linked. In yesterday's detailed speech, we learned about the ecocide resulting from direct Russian military actions and the subsequent broader environmental degradation they trigger. I would like now to elaborate on pet rescue during time on war acts as a form of resistance against ecocide. Ecocide, which denotes the large-scale destruction of the environment, doesn't only refer to the devastation of the forest, rivers, and air, but also encompasses the intricate web of life that populates its environment. Pets, as domesticated creatures, they represent the close bond with the animal world and are integral components of our shared habitat. When war endangers, displaces, or kills these animals, it's not just an assault on individual lives, but a broader attack on the interconnected ecosystem of which they are a part. Rescuing pets in such dire situation become an act of defiance against this environmental destruction. Moreover, the trauma and pain experienced by humans who lose their pets underscore the profound interconnections between humans, animals, and the environment. Pets, particularly dogs, symbolize a deep-rooted bond with the animal world. Research by the biologist Miho Nagasawa and her colleagues has shown that mutual gazing between dogs and their owners can increase oxytocin levels in both, underlying and psychological foundation to the emotional bond we feel with our pets. When war threatens these animals, it is an assault to this profound connection that has evolved over millennia. This connection means that any harm to one component reverberates through the entire system. Rescuing pets in such situation becomes not just an act of saving individual lives, but a stand against the larger ecological and emotional degradation that war brings about. In essence, by saving pets, individuals are resisting the broader environmental and emotional devastation characteristics of ecocide. Women's commitment to pet rescue during war emerged from societal roles and socialization patterns. War amplifies those roles, motivating women to safeguard vulnerable lives, including animals. Key insights include some ideas that come from socialization. I mean, nurturing role. Women historically conditioned towards caregiving intensify their care towards animals amidst wartime house. Emotional connectivity. Because women's profound emotional ties with pets are shaped by societal expectation and reinforced by the oxytocin mechanism as highlighted in the Nagasawa study. Community networks, because women's community engagement foster support system aiding pet care and protection during war. Resourcefulness, rooted in adaptability, advocacy and compassion, and psychological support and responsibility, because women shaped by societal norms view pet care as a personal obligation, deepening their commitment during tumultuous periods. In summary, women's active involvement in pet rescue during wartime is intricately linked to their societal roles and socialization they undergo. Their dedication, compassion, and importance of animal welfare during these war times, underscoring the deep connection between humans and their pets. But it is not only confirming stereotypes, but at the same time shattering this. It's crucial to remember that behind this broader discussion, there are individual stories, unique, deeply personal, and poignant. Women who have rescued animals amid the war, after the full-scale invasion, shatter the stereotypical image of passive war victim. To delve deeper into these narratives, we employ the narrative analysis of the personal stories of highly divergent animal rescue experiences. This methodological choice allows us to understand how these women make sense of their experiences. I'm too broad, so I will tell you some stories. I think that the most inspiring story is the story of Alexandra Karpova, who is a kinologist, trainer, and she's training the dogs for rescuing pets and humans. What is this? Please. It is Mariya. Her breed is an Australian healer, and she's trained to rescue dogs and humans. How does it mean? Team arrives to the place of rocket attack, of where people are reported to be missing, and Mariya, whose weight is only 13 kilos, can access spots that might be completely impossible for humans. Guided by hand signals and voice signals, she starts to search, and then Alexandra is crawling behind her. Then Mariya bark, it is a signal that it is the smell of a human or pet. And then the operation for rescuing starts. But these dogs have their limits. They can work in 20 minutes. Then they start to mistake, so they need rest. Teams often comprise 3 or 4 dogs, but unfortunately these dogs, these properly trained dogs, are very rare. So 7 months in Kharkiv region, we had only this dog. And then the Labradors came behind her. There are a lot of moral dilemmas here. I need to share with you the stories that elderly woman wandered into an endangered forest in Kharkiv region. Alexandra and Mariya, they took significant risk to search for her. And in this situation, they told the team to go to the rendezvous point, and they continue only with this small pair team. Unfortunately, both encountered injuries in this mission, but the woman was saved. Mariya, due to the contusion, now suffers from epileptic-like seizures, but continues to work. And Alexandra continues to work as well. It is not only their activity, because The bond between humans who are working with dogs, especially women because of their socialization, results in dog rescue, spontaneously dog rescue and cat rescue. And the rescue mission of Alessandra and her team were even extended beyond borders. They know only how many pets were taken to the Europe because of documents. They saved 36 dogs from Kharkiv region, 27 cats and one rabbit, and a lot of others who were reunited with their owners in Ukraine. Well, I will share with you also different variants of pet rescue, more professional. I mean, one of the shelters which tries to save dogs and cats and sometimes other animals from Kherson region, from Lysychansk area, and the problem of saving large animals, because, for example, you cannot put in the small car 4 horses. And you cannot abandon them if you are bonded with. Sometimes the pet rescue resulting into ecological variant of relationship from humans to pets. What is this? You need to calm yourself, you need to handle your own panic attacks, to do something with panic attack of your dog or cat. So some kinologists and zoopsychologists are training humans to erase psychological problems of their pets, and it results in psychological support of those humans. Well, I would like to conclude that the narratives showcased emphasize the profound bond between women and their pets, particularly in moments of crisis and war. It might seem that women are confined with their stereotypical roles of the nurturer and rescuer, but based on these narratives, they are instead pushing the boundaries of these stereotypes by risking themselves, making tough decisions, and taking on challenges traditionally deemed outside their domain. These women rewrite the narrative of what it means to be compassionate and courageous. The strength and the resilience of women, who often bear the dual burden of care for their families and animals, shines through these tales. Furthermore, the broader theme of ecocide and its devastation impact not only on nature but also on women-animal relationship became palpable. A holistic approach which emphasizes ecological and harmonious animal-human interaction offers a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and the imperative to nurture those bonds, especially in the face of war-induced ecocide.